So for our second video, we're going to be going over 3 more concepts and theories that correlate with approaches to learning. So for our first concept, we're going to be talking about associative learning, and the definition for associative learning is learning that 2 events are connected or associated. So to go into a little bit more detail, associative learning is like a form of conditioning. It involves positive and negative reinforcers that modifies a certain behavior. For example, in the classroom, giving a student a good grade would motivate them to continue to study, take notes, practice what they're learning. Also, extra credit if a student does a little bit more work on a project, on a test that would give them extra credit, and you give them extra credit, it would make them want to keep doing that extra work in hopes of getting that self-reward. Also, just a verbal positive reinforcement too. Hey, good job, you did it, that was a great answer, is another way of using associative learning in your classroom. So the second concept we're going to be going over is elaboration, and the definition of elaboration is the extensiveness of information processing involved in encoding. So elaboration is to further explain a topic. It goes into a little more detail. So for example, creating analogies or rewriting material down, it will help you. And a big one that I would most likely use is comparisons. So comparisons to your life or prior knowledge, anything along those lines, having those comparisons make it more personal and create a better elaboration for the material. So for the last concept of this section, we are going to be talking about executive functions, and the definition is an umbrella-like concept that encompasses a number of higher-level cognitive processes linked to the development of the brain's prefrontal cortex. Executive function involves managing one's thoughts to encourage in goal-directed behavior and exercise self-control. So to specify this a little bit more, executive functions it controls and regulates your day-to-day life. So planning and organizing, taking initiative, setting some kind of goal, solving problems, these are all executive functions, and these are executive functions is very important in the classroom of any age. This is what keeps you on task, this is what helps your memory, creates your thinking process, your emotions, an array of things. Executive functions, like I said, it's not just one age group. It is something that everybody uses on a day-to-day.